Start out with these. So Rico Payton, we're going to open up his window. Got a number of guys that won't practice today. Jermaine Illuminor. Hyatt will be back out tomorrow. He had to get wisdom teeth taken out. Belly, Golston, Flott still in concussion protocol. Art Green. Holland will do stuff today. Daboll will do some stuff. We'll see how much they do, but they'll be out here. And I think that's it roster-wise. Anybody got any questions on that? Okay. Jermaine's got a pec.
Concerned that that's a serious thing or like long-term?
I don't think it's long-term, but not good enough to practice today. Anything else?
Torn pec is what I was asking you. Not a torn pec.
No, he's got a sore pec. Yeah. Yep. Anything else injury-wise? Okay, then.
Real quick. With Scadaboo, it seems like the outlook for him long-term is fairly positive. Does that sound right to you?
Yeah. I mean, he's a couple days out of surgery, so again, he's got a road ahead of him to rehab. He just got the surgery, so I couldn't answer that.
Any other surgery scheduled, or the one and that's
No, just the one that he had. So I've seen him, been wheeling around.
It just seems like that. You know, when you see that, that was obviously a tough injury to see visually. The idea that he could be back for the start of next season it seems pretty, relatively speaking, positive.
Yeah. So you have to ask the doctors. I think he's a couple days out of surgery, so
You haven't asked the doctor.
I don't think they can give me a 6-month, 8th month prognostication. He's just getting done with surgery. He's got his leg all wrapped up. We're just going to help him rehab, and he'll be out here as soon as he can. Anything else on that? Okay, so big week with the 49ers. A lot of good football players. They just played Houston on the road. Offensively, obviously, Coach Shanahan's been there for a while. Got a lot of respect for him and how he's done his business. The years that he's been a head coach and a coordinator in this league. Mac has played for him, and Brock has played in a couple games here, so we'll have to evaluate both of those guys. Starts with McCaffrey, who's a dynamic player, and I'm sure they'll look at a lot of things that have happened over the last couple of weeks in terms of running the ball or matchup-wise with him. They do it with everybody, but he can align as a receiver, a running back. He's a very talented player. Kittle is back, another really talented player. Trent Williams. Defensively, I think Coach Sala does a tremendous job. Those guys play extremely hard, turn the football over, the number one in the league in causing forced fumbles, play fast. Really, I'd say their speed is apparent in how they play, which is a testament to Coach Sala. So we have to do a good job this week of getting ready for another good football team.
You mentioned McCaffrey, obviously, that brings up this run defense you guys are dealing with. How does he present several challenges, just because of what he can do so much with his versatility?
Yeah, he's one of the better players in the league at his position. He's a mismatch in the passing game, he's a mismatch in the running game. They run a wide variety of run schemes. He can run them all. They put him on a wide variety of routes, receiver routes that receivers would run, running back. He can do pretty much everything. He's a very valuable piece for their offense, and he's extremely good.
How do you go into the week thinking about their quarterback position? What's your approach to that? How do you go about that?
Well, I think Coach Shanahan has run his system for a long time. Mac's done a good job in replace of Brock. Brock has obviously done a good job since he's been here. Again, there's so much to prepare for relative to the different things that they do. You just study both guys, Jordan, but there's, the system is pretty expansive, and they do a lot of the things that are difficult to defend.
You mentioned that the Niners defense does a really good job at forcing fumbles.
Yeah.
With Jackson in the backfield and Devin, and Tyrone. What's the most challenging thing that they will face in regards to pass rush and the run defense?
Yeah, and I'd say the receivers too. I just think the way that they attack the football and the effort and style that they play with, I think it's the all gas, no brake style, if you will. I've known Coach Sala for a long time, and I just think he's a really good football coach that, those guys play hard. His fingerprints are all over it. We're going to have to do a good job of finishing plays because they rally to the football. They do a great job of punching it out. Technique at the top of holding on to the football. They're long inside. Do a really good job.
They did not, the Niners didn't have a very good game last week against Houston. They got on it pretty good. Is a team even more dangerous coming off of a game like that? They get kicked around?
I think it's the NFL. Again, the first half, you watch some of the things. They've been hit on a couple big plays. One out of the backfield, it was cover one. The defender lost his man, so they ran for 50. Stroud made a really nice throw on one of the downfield throws. But I thought they did a really good job in the red zone on some 3rd and 1 where it could have got out of hand there, and they didn't. It was a competitive game until the end, relative into going into the fourth quarter. It's a good football team. Got a winning record for a reason. 2 different quarterbacks that have played well. Really good running back, and I'd say very aggressive, just fast defense.
Brian,
they make plays.
I'm sorry.
Oh, Mr. K?
You and Robert were both head coaches in this city, in this stadium, together, different teams, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys form a bond over that? You talk about your relationship with him, or does it go back?
Well, I've known him. He was a Michigan State GA, too. I was a Michigan State GA, so he's just a good person. I got a lot of respect for. So, again, we've talked, we practice against one another, obviously, like that, but got a lot of respect for him.
Outside of this particular matchup, what have you learned in the past few weeks about Jackson and how he responds to adversity and handles it?
I think I've said this before. He's pretty consistent. He focuses on each week. He's spends a lot of time at his craft, works really hard, competitive, does a lot of good things for us. I have a lot of confidence in him.
Brian, is the Jackson has shown the ability in unscripted situations, just it's not backyard football obviously, but maybe he's got to move around and do things, and receivers have to move around and do things. That's obviously you like that about him, but is there a sense that you hope that things can be more scripted at times, and things don't break down and he just can get back there, read it, and do it?
Yeah, I think he can get back there, read it, and do it. And then when it's not there, I think I was asked a question in training camp with that. He has a good feel for the pocket, keeps his eyes downfield, and makes plays. I'd say a lot of the really good ones in this league are able to do that.
He was saying how that both the last 2 games they kind of took away the scramble lanes, and he expects that's just going to be the case going forward. He had a lot of success scrambling his first couple starts. What's the counter to that then if they're going to rush him like that?
Well, if they're sitting back, which I don't really anticipate, San Francisco doing, they get after the quarterback and get off the ball. Again, there's lanes outside. Keep your eyes downfield. Scramble rules. There's a lot of quarterbacks that can scramble in this league with their legs, and you try to do a variety of things against them. So if it's there and he's got an opportunity to do it, he should do it. And if not, we got to do a good job of scramble rules, keeping our eyes downfield, becoming available for him as a passer when he's, like the one to Wandell in Denver. I mean, there's plenty of them. Just play the game.
Coach, when outside noise gets so close to home with Carl Banks and his comments on Dexter Lawrence, is that something that warrants a conversation between you and Dex?
Yeah, I'd say we just focus on, ourselves and do the best job we can each week to get ready to play a game. We got enough on our plate with getting ready for San Francisco.
Dave, you mentioned Cam obviously being here. Malik had his surgery yesterday.
Yeah.
He's on the back. In their recoveries, obviously that's the priority, but is it important for you to have 2 young players like that, cornerstone players, to still be around this team as you guys move forward here this season?
Yeah, I'd say the first thing is they got to make sure that we're on the right path in terms of the recovery, and there's a lot of time that's going to need to take place for that. But, again, Cam was in here, he was in a meeting. He'll be getting as much treatment as you can. Same thing with Malik. The first thing is their health and try to get them back as healthy as we can, as soon as that may be.
Malik went rehab initially, and Dallas area, right?
I think Malik will be back here either tonight or tomorrow.
Cornerback, how optimistic are you about Flat this week? And then what do you think?
He's in
Peyton-
concussion protocol.
Okay. And then as far as Peyton goes, just when he's healthy, what do you think he can give you guys?
Yeah, he'll be out here practicing today, so get a feel for him this week.
I just want to confirm, Cam was in meetings.
Yeah, Cam was in a meeting today. Yeah.
Is he still bringing that energy that we see that he brings on the field to the meeting? What is that dynamic like after?
Well, I'd say, with all due respect, this is the first day after his, or second day after his surgery. I mean, he's all wrapped up. Came, walked around the building, been in the training room. This is an unfortunate injury for all of us.